Welcome back. Today is the third and final episode on resolving and dissolving our anger. In the first step, you used the pause, cause, pause and effect. In the second step, you started exercising the power of choice. Even if it is once in 10 times, you can choose not to lose your temper or not to lose control of the situation. In the third step, you did some deep thinking and some stock taking in order to reduce the load of the triggers that cause you anger, and to find ways to protect yourself in those situations which you cannot change. I had called that step insight. Now we come to the fourth step, which is the internalizing. So you remember in the second step, I told you that when you take the decision to let go, you become aware of the feelings within you, of how it feels, how good it feels, how expansive it feels. So now for this process of internalizing, how we do it is that do it when you have some time to yourself. Okay? Even if you have 20 minutes, it's good enough, but be in a quiet place where you will not be disturbed. And recall a few of the episodes where you have got angry. Try and recall the ones which were intense, where you got really upset and angry. And as you recall them, try and visualize them, because as you recall them, you will start feeling the effect on the body as if you're getting angry just now. Okay? Become very aware of how the body tightens, how the body contracts when you feel anger. See where it is happening in the body. So like when I'm talking to you now and I'm remembering, I can feel something on the left side of my upper abdomen tightening like a ball, and I can feel the muscles here tightening. Here I can feel a little prickling behind my eyes. So become aware of this and notice how uncomfortable this is. This is suffering. This is your body on fire. Now recall the other ones where you chose not to get angry, where you chose to drop it, and become aware of how everything starts relaxing. The breath deepens. The tightness dissolves. All this prickling behind the eyes, the tensing of the muscles, the cording of the muscles, everything relaxes. And internalize this. As many such incidents as you can recall, you recall them, think of them, internalize them. What this is doing, this is really, what they call like deep healing. So when you do this, when you internalize the expansive feeling, every time that goes within, it starts dissolving the past memories of the anger that are there. So every time you don't have to remember the anger, feel it, and then remember the better feeling. I wanted you to think of the anger and feel it just once, so that you know the degree of suffering that you go through every time that you get angry, especially when you get intensely angry. Now you let that be to the side. Okay? even when it comes now, if you get angry and it comes up, don't give it too much attention. Just say, yeah, oh yes, I know how you feel in my body, okay? I'm aware of you now, all right? Just do that much. And then when you can relax, when you're breathing deeply, perhaps not even connected with anger, maybe when you're meditating, when you are going for a walk, when you're humming, when you're singing, when you're laughing with friends, when you are playing an instrument, stop for a moment and internalize that feeling. Because this is, for us, it's very, it's sad, but we have so much good feeling around us. It's like so many good things that have been given to us, but because we are not tasting it, it's like someone has given us a good dish and it's maybe, they say taste it and you say, no, I don't like how it looks. And they say, taste it, it's very nice, and you don't taste it. And actually, it's a fantastic dish, okay? So this is like that. We have so many of these experiences, we are not taking them deep in. So all these experiences, especially those connected with releasing anger, but even those not connected with the anger, become very aware of them, become aware of how good it feels in the body, and internalize this. As you start taking this in, the other will get reduced. I'll give you an example, an analogy. If you have a container which has got oil in it and you want to pour that oil out, but you cannot lift the container to pour it out, the way you could do it is to slowly start pouring water into it. When you pour water into it, the water settles at the bottom and the oil comes to the top. So that's what you're doing. So every time you have one of these experiences, it's like a little bit of water going, a trickle of water that goes into that container, and the oil starts rising. As the container starts getting filled, as you start putting more and more and more water, a time will come when the oil will reach the surface and it will flow out. And you didn't do anything to force yourself to get rid of the anger. You didn't condemn yourself, judge yourself, force yourself to do actions which you were not able to do. All you did was focus on the positive, to focus on the good, to focus on the beneficial. And this other one was there, you didn't neglect it. Whenever it came, you said, yes, I know you're there, I know how you feel in my body, but you kept shifting. So this simple, magical exercise will start dissolving so much of the anger. It'll just pour out, it'll just spill out, okay? And as I said, fire is an element, water is an element, so air is an element. So when you are feeling these good feelings, you're feeling, with the breath, you're feeling through the air element the good feelings, and slowly that is reducing the intensity of the fire. And in a sense, it doesn't extinguish it, but in a sense, the heat of it you don't feel. So this is the practice we do. And finally, I also spoke of transforming the anger. For this, we use the power of intention. So now that we have come to a better place where we are not just spewing out our anger and it's spilling out all over the place, we have some control over it, we are very often able to direct it in some other, in some way, we are able to minimize it. Now we make an intention that all the energy that has been released or that is being released with the resolving and the dissolving of my anger, I would like this energy to be used for the benefit of all beings. With this intention, you will find your life transforming. It's called a pure intention because you're using it for yourself and for others, not just for yourself, okay? So you say, I would like this for the benefit of all beings. So in all, you're also there. And you will find now rather than just getting angry, you are able to see more where people maybe they need help, they need understanding, they need kindness, and you find yourself moving forward to be of benefit to them. So at night when you sleep or morning when you get up, make this intention. The energy that is released with the resolving and dissolving of my anger, I dedicate that to the benefit of all beings. Your life will change. Finally, just a few checks and balances. You can keep for yourself that now you can maybe start getting a little, you can expect a little more from yourself, and I am using this word intentionally because the whole talk started with expectations. You can tell yourself that now every time you are not able to make this choice and you get angry and are out of control, you need to do something to counteract it. So perhaps if you have a mala, you could say one mala of forgiveness for that person to whom you got angry, or maybe you spoke rudely to them. Or like I use this ring because it's easier, the counter ring, and I decide whether I will say 21, 51, 101. In some cases where I keep repeating the mistake, I have even done over 1,000 forgivenesses to make up for my lack of discipline. This is the transformating practice. A few things I want to say. There are times when the anger is used as a way of getting a better performance, where it is aimed at a certain thing, where we say, okay, here if I show some anger, I will get better performance. Clearly, I am not talking about that. Sometimes for children or other people, it is used as a means of disciplining. I am not talking about that, because those are controlled angers and they are respectful, they need to be respectful. But where our anger is not like that and it is a helpless kind of anger, we don't want to do it, but we do it anyways, or we think it's all right to talk like, to talk angrily to people all the time. We are using it for all those. A few more things that you could look out for yourself are you getting enough sleep? Are you eating at the proper time, not going too hungry? Are you dehydrated? Are you getting proper exercise? Because all those also keep you in a stable frame of mind. So with a stable frame of mind and a good heart, to make the intention that your life and the fire in you should be for the benefit of all beings. So may you be happy, may we be happy, may all beings be happy. Thank you so much.